Okay, guys, thanks for being here. Obviously, quick recap from last week. I thought, our guys really battled and fought extremely hard. We were, I guess, 28-21 game there in the fourth quarter and, had an unfortunate interception that got tipped and kind of the turnovers in the last three series, I think, kind of sealed our fate. But I love how we started. I thought we started fast in all three phases. Defense settled in after the first couple drives and really started getting stops offensively. We had two good drives to begin with. When you play good defense, you gotta pick and choose when you get your opportunities. And we go into the half 14-13, disappointed how we came out after halftime. Really felt like we didn't come out with the same maybe focus or energy we had early on. Don't get me wrong, give Lafayette or ULL, I'm sorry, some credit for that. I guess they're University of Louisiana, but give them a lot of credit for what they did. I really thought they came out and kind of asserted themselves early on in third quarter, but we clawed back and, like I said, cut it to a one-score game and, obviously driving there when we turned the ball over. So close games, when you play good football teams, usually turnovers become the difference, and I felt like that was a big part of it. Offensively, really pleased. I thought Gunner played really well for the most part. We protected him very well. I thought that was good. Just did not quite run the ball effectively enough, and that's something that we've been really trying to do a better job of here this year, and for the most part have, especially the last month or so. But I thought he played well. We had some receivers play really for the first time with some significant playing time due to us being shorthanded a little bit. And, they had their mistakes, but overall I was pleased with how some of those guys progressed. Deshaun Stoudemire, DeMontrez Brown, those guys had a bigger role. Tez had a bigger role as far as moving him around some. He was his normal self, but that's what it's going to take these last 2 weeks is we're going to have to get guys in position to make plays, and they're going to have to be ready to go and adjust to the things that we're going to present to them. Defensively, like I said, solid effort really overall. You play a good offense like we played. That quarterback for Louisiana is outstanding. He's a veteran guy. Their whole team was a veteran team. If you look at their roster, a lot of seniors, a lot of last year, a lot of sixth-year guys, fifth-year guys that have a lot of experience, and I thought they leaned on us pretty good with their O-line in the second half. We were unable to stop them running the football, and obviously the quarterback made some plays too with his feet. So not the results we wanted for sure. We were very disappointed in the dressing room after the game. Our guys, we were in great position and just made a couple mistakes there, not be able to get that big win. But you don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. We had to flip the switch and turn our attention to App State. Really good football team, very sound all the way around. Another veteran team we're going to play. When you look at their roster, Sean Clark, their head coach, does a great job. He's an offensive line coach by trade. They're going to be able to run the football. They're going to attempt to run the football. That's going to what they're hang their hat on. But they have some outstanding skill players as well at wideout. Quarterback's a transfer that's doing a really good job. Know him a little bit from recruiting in the past. I think a lot of him. I think their running back, Cameron Peoples, is kind of the guy that makes them go. I think he's second in the league in rushing and very talented guy. We're going to have to make sure we get to him before he gets going downhill on us, and something we did not do a great job of at times last week. Linebacker DeMarco Jackson on defense is one of the most talented guys in our league, I think. Big physical guy, plays downhill. Their defense, they've got 3 or 4 really good players. Their defensive end, number 9, and obviously one of their corners are just a really solid defense. I think you see another group of veterans that play well together, very well coached, and definitely you can tell by the results that they've played well all year. Solid in the special teams, just like a lot of teams we play. Think they'll do a great job. And, we get them here at home. It's our last home game. We're going to honor our seniors. And we only have 9, I think, or 10, I guess, 10 total seniors. Get a chance to honor those guys, their last game here in the vet. And obviously still fighting for bowl eligibility and send these guys out the right way. We got two opportunities left, and, the sooner the better is the way we're kind of looking at it. Hope to get a few guys back this week. We'll see how the week plays out. But we need to have a great week of prep and be ready to go. Questions?
early this week.
Mike, I didn't hear your question. Can you repeat it? It wasn't
Yeah,
working.
just talking about everybody willing to turn the page after Saturday. I was just wondering how that's been early. How did they come back to watch film and I guess just get going early this week.
Yeah, we practice Sunday night. Typically, we usually do that, and that's a great opportunity for you to kind of flip the page and corrections from the day before, and kind of a lighter practice, but an introduction to your next opponent. They responded like they always have. A very resilient group. They understand that the margin of error is very small in our games in our league, and obviously understanding what led to us not being able to win the football game. So I do like the way we responded. Today's off day on Monday, so today's our first day back on the practice field, and I expect us to be ready to go.
Hey, Chip, this is John in Dothan. We're going to talk to Dylan and BJ here in a little bit. The last 3 years, we just kind of talk about what kind of leadership they've brought to your team.
Yeah, I think consistent. I mean, these first thing that came to my mind when you asked me that. Dylan and BJ are consistent leaders. They're not emotional. And what I mean by that is they see the big picture. They understand that obviously that each and every week you have to be prepared. They're consistent in their preparation. They're consistent in their emotional, emotion side of the game. I mean, those guys are just pure leaders, always positive. They're two guys that have been around here a long time, local guys from this area, and Troy means a lot to them. And obviously BJ going through some injuries as well as Dylan, and always finding a way to get back, I think says a lot about each of those kids and their leadership, and obviously their play on the field also will be missed. Fortunately for us, we don't lose that many. But those are two big ones we're going to lose on that side of the ball.
I wanted to ask you about two more guys, too, before I get off here. Brooks Bucci has kind of solidified the place kicking duties. I guess he's 7 for 7. Talk about that a little bit. And also, Javon Solomon, he's really been racking up the sacks. And just talk about his play.
Yeah, Brooks Buse is a transfer we got in here from Georgia. He's got 2 years to play. Got him here kind of late in the summer. Just kind of got to know him recruiting when we had a guy leave us, and really been pleased. He's a little bit injured now, so we're kind of being careful with him, but he's been very, very consistent. Just was looking for an opportunity to get on the field. I think, obviously there at Georgia, he was the backup guy to some really good kickers, and I just think he wanted the opportunity to get on the field and kick, and graduated. Or I don't think he's a graduate transfer. He's just a transfer, but he's been a really good fit for us. He's fit in well with his teammates. He's a guy that's been, like I said, very, very consistent, and hopefully he'll keep making them for sure. We need to give him more attempts. But, in this day and age of analytics and going for it on fourth down, sometimes kickers aren't getting as many attempts as they used to. I think that's part of what's played into it. But very pleased with him so far and need him to finish the right way. Who was the other guy you asked me about?
Javon Solomon. But
yeah.
Before you go to him, I didn't know Brooks was injured. What's he dealing with? And is it a day-to-day
Yeah, it's nothing serious, but it's limited him on his kickoffs. If you notice, he hasn't been kicking off. Cole has done a great job. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, John.
Yes.
Yeah, he's done a great job with us kicking. Kyle's a little different. He's a guy that's going to spread around a little bit, different types of kicks. Brooks is a guy that can kick it, in the end zone, but. So that's why we've kind of gone to that. And it's nothing serious. Just with these kickers, man, any little tweak or any little deal affects them. And so we've kind of been pacing his reps during practice and getting him ready for Saturdays, and it's worked out good the last few weeks. Javon Solomon, what an outstanding year he's having. Very talented. He's not been 100% healthy either, but he's managed to get himself ready to play each and every Saturday the last couple of weeks. But really, Javon is one of the it's unusual with Javon. You kind of get impressions of guys, and sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. And when I first got here, Javon was banged up a lot. Had some issues that maybe some stinger issues or things that it's my first year and I wasn't sure what we had with him. And boy, was I wrong. He got himself healthy in the off season, really committed, and obviously very talented and strong. And now he's one of our better leaders on our defense. Always got a smile on his face, great attitude, and the success he's having, I think it's just kind of the tip of the iceberg for him. He's going to continue cause problems here for opposing quarterbacks.
Hey, Coach. Coach Hall got named to the Royals, I guess, award list. Just talk about him and how much he deserves that. Obviously, his unit's starting to garner a lot of national attention.
Well, I think people forget the turnaround we've made defensively since 2019, my first year. We were very bad on defense, and he'll be the first to tell you that. And we had a group of kids. First of all, we were very thin, and then we had some guys that obviously were here that I'm not sure how much they love football. We've done a lot of recruiting, a lot of adding pieces to the puzzle with a few constants like KJ Robertson and Carlton Marshall and Will Cholo, and added to those kind of guys. And Brandon has stayed the course, very steady, calm demeanor, very, very smart. And obviously, I think he's proven what kind of football coach he is. He's got a great plan for us every week. We're not perfect by any means, as no one is, but the improvement we've made from 2019 to where we are now, I'd put that up as against anybody in the country from a 2-year jump. So really, really pleased with Brandon and that entire defensive staff. Basically, we've stayed intact with the exception of one guy, and they've done an outstanding job. The players enjoy playing for them.